guys, Ninja Squirtle here. Another episode of Star Trek Fleet Command Tips and Tricks. So been having a lot going on in the R Alliance and everything recently with, Discords, Hive Mind, and everything lost. So we have been trying to get basically raiding teams together and everything. So I was going to go over my raid crews and the way you pick your raid crews, what you have to look for, what you need to know in order to put together something pretty nice. Alright, so I'll start with my North Star, because that's my main ship and that's what I run with, and everybody, I see a lot of people having trouble, it seems, almost, to get it strong enough to where it becomes viable and effective. I know a couple people in my alliance just got Kumaris and they're looking for battleship crews. Well, this is how you will do this. So we'll check it out. I have a tier 5, I'm a level 19 North Star. This is a crew I've been checking out, and I haven't done a whole lot of PvP with it yet, but I have been using it. So you will select your crew to assign officers. Okay, I have mine ordered in strength, but if you see over here to the right, you'll see the bonus 40%, 50%, 50% for attack, defense, and health. Now, the crew stats, they add up to these numbers. So if you look at Chang, for instance, and he's on the bottom deck, so he doesn't get to use any of his abilities. Like Scotty, the Born Engineer, he cranks out the original hull health of the ship by 12%, which is really big if you think about it in terms of, with the North Star, it has a lot of hull health. So that helps out a lot. But that will also help out with your battleships too, that have a whole lot of hull strength. But there are other players that are battleship specific, which would be great too, like Jabba or Nero's crew. Nero's crew, I believe, is built around battleships. But the North Star is basically the closest thing I can get to a strong battleship right now, besides my Tala, which is about 32,000. So I will check out Chang right here. Now you see his attack is 181, his defense is 43, and his health is 32. Okay, so all your rares and epics and your colorful characters that you have, even your uncommons, they are going to have such a higher base stats even after they've been, you can take Cadet McCoy, for instance, info. I mean, attack 26, defense 26, health 52. He's a common. Now let's compare him to Bones, who is his rare counterpart. And 43, 95, and 117. Now, the way this works is basically all these crew stats will add up, and they will be increase attack rating of the ship to attack bonus of the ship. So since I have 584 attack, I get a 40% bonus. But if I were to get just a little bit more attack out of my officers, let's try this. So we'll go somebody with a high attack, go info, 213. Barrett's a beast. So what we'll do is we'll trade Barrett out with Keenzer. But since my ship's in station, Keenzer was really, really strong. But now my attack bonus is 50%, but I lost some of Keenzer's defense. So now my defense health bonus, which in this way, here, put Keenzer back on there. And ta-da. Okay, now, so the way this will work is you go to details of your ship. And since we have an officer attack bonus of 40%, upgrade your ship's weapons to increase its damage per round. Against a hostile level 19, your armor pierce, shield pierce, and accuracy will result in a damage mitigation of 42.1% for the hostile. Your officers provide an attack bonus of 40%, which is basically an extra 584 damage on top of what they already have. So this is how it all affects differently. Now, every single officer is different. I mean, 209, 84, 209. His Kumak's defense isn't great for rare or epic. I believe he's rare. But he's still a lot higher than really anybody else I have. You can see even McCoy's bones. He's strong, but he's not that strong. But you can tell how much stronger these guys are compared to your regular crew setup. Oh man, love a glitch. So like Javaid would be a great guy for a battleship because also his abilities. He increases the shield piercing of the ship by 20%. And if you can get him stacked up and synergized, that can increase by a lot and make a huge difference. I love Javaid. Well, I did when I used my Tala all the time. Now, see if the ship is a battleship, it increases its armor by 20%. He's one of the main guys I would run for a Kumari. If you don't have Nero or anybody else that has, he's built specific. Same thing with Emerald. Emerald's great for player versus player. Base rating, she increases the overall strength. If you get her synergized by a good bit, you can get her to increase this overall attack of the officers by 30%, which would makes a huge difference. So let's see, let's actually pop her on there, and look at that, boom. Lost a little bit of defense, but we got that 50% bonus now for attack, because she increases, well, actually she's not increasing it, but her base stats aren't bad for an uncommon. Emerald's one of those that you use quite often. I've been checking it all out a little bit different here and there. That actually doesn't seem like a bad idea right there. So we can try this out for player versus player. And also for rating. Rating, you always are going to do the same thing. I say this every time. Otto and Katie. And if you really want them to be really boosted, which you can get them to be almost 100% increase on your base attacks. Only on base defenses though. If there's a ship home, it won't initiate. But once that ship's destroyed, once your ships are attacking the base, the actual base cannons, whatever you want to call them, the base defense turrets, that is when their special abilities will kick in. So Hail of Fire, start of each round, it's the target of the ship is a defensive platform. Katie increases the chances of a critical hit by 4% for that round. And also, this is the big one. When attacking a station, Katie increases the critical hit damage by 15%. Now, if you can get them synergized, it's a beautiful thing. Where's Otto? Come back up. Okay. Now, I'll keep Bones on there, because every time the ship gets hit, it will increase the defense of the officers on the bridge by 10%, which they're not super great with their defense, but it helps. But if you just want to go all out and just go warmongering, just slap Joe Quinn on there too. And now, if you check it, 40% for that round. Now, if you put these same people in the jellyfish, you can make the jellyfish pretty devastating to a base. Yeah, unbelievably. You really can. It just makes... It's not as effective because it's nowhere near the strength of this North Star, but for the lower guys, jellyfish would be awesome for raiding for you guys. just because of the captain perks that come with the jellyfish. So this is going to be what you want, though. Either this or you can trade out somebody for Joquin because you don't really need that boost from him. But I think we'll just put Scotty back up there and drop Kumak in there. And ta-da! That is what I do for base cracking. This is my ship, my crew setup. And you just have all of your rare and epics because they have the best stats. I mean, you really can't beat some of these stats. Defense doesn't really count as much. I feel like if you can dish out more pain and crank out your bonus attack, it makes a huge difference. It will make a huge, huge difference. And here, I'll hit a station really quick. Even though I have a 3-hour shield on. Let's see, go home. I noticed that they took out a lot of stations. A lot of stations just vanished, it seems like. Like the galaxy seems kind of instantly empty. So, let's find somebody that doesn't have anybody home. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna hit this station. I'm gonna get destroyed because 260k is quite a bit for me to take. But as you can see, at the station strength at 243,000 and my ship strength at 105, it's almost double the strength, way more. And I took about, see, Katie's enhanced weaponry, 50% to the critical hits. Let's see, defense platform deals critical hits, see, 4,902, 14,000. But do you see how many times? So, defense platforms usually get to strike either once or twice per round. So that's the reason why bases are so hard to get in, but that's the reason why the North Stars are great base crackers, because it has this huge, huge hull health, and it can just take this pain and dish it out. It only gets to attack one time, but that's 15,000. It's more than what... It's just about... a little bit less than the amount of damage that I am taking. Seeing Otto's maneuver, smash the defense is activated, 30% damage to defense platforms. And Katie's effect is still in here. See, but let's see if we get a critical. And my North Star was destroyed. So no criticals that time. But you can see how Otto's maneuver, it really makes a huge difference. It really does. 30% is a huge bonus. And that's about it, guys. That's how you would go about picking your crew for each. You have to check out all of their special abilities and understand that the captain uses his captain and officer ability, and his 2 side officers on the bridge will use only their officer abilities. But all those stats stack up. So while you're doing that, whenever you do check it, always check out the details and hit these little eyes next to everything. It will tell you about so much you did not know about. See, they have one for here. You can click the bonuses to figure out how much you need in order to get a stronger attack bonus. I've gotten a 100% bonus on my North Star before. Okay, and that's huge. That is a big, big, big attack difference. But that's all for today, guys. If you guys have any more questions, or leave your comments down below, hit the like and subscribe, and I will squirt you guys later. See ya.